Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my most prostrated obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada had designed ISKCON as a safe house to shelter us from a very misguided world. And we subscribe to a particular lifestyle that enables our daily purification. So we are pained and broken-hearted, and oftentimes very shocked when we hear about the kind of emotional, psychological, and domestic violence that occurs. Such abuse has serious health implications. Such trauma lives in the minds and the hearts of the victim forever. So we have a duty to confront the scourge and confront those who display such delinquent behavior. Know for sure that it is devastatingly destructive, spiritually speaking, devastatingly destructive to the perpetrators of such offensive trespasses and violations. Oftentimes, the abuser, they leverage an offer of security like shelter, money, facility, and even service to perpetuate their grossly sinful behavior. Victims then face a kind of deep isolation, loneliness, and fear. And these perpetrators tend to increase their control. They become emboldened when the victim is dependent on them for a livelihood. And when the abused is silent, this emboldens the perpetrators even more. So for victims of such abuse, I encourage you never to be silent, that to report such acts of abuse and come forward to tell your story. Reach out to someone who you can trust, who can confidentially help you. Don't feel alone. In the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful verse, Yajantihi Sumedeshaha. Sumedeshaha means intelligent persons. So intelligent persons come to Krishna consciousness. Our Vaishnavis are Sumedeshaha. They are intelligent because they engage in Lord Krishna's service. So any abuse of our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, or to minimize them in any way is Vaishnava aparad. And you do this at your own spiritual peril. We have devotees in villages, we have devotees in cities, across cultures, across languages. So we hold a solemn duty, a sacred duty to protect them. We must work towards making ISKCON a zero-tolerance zone for abuse. Now, as ISKCON becomes more institutionally mature, we expect more research to be done by our devotee academics, our devotee social workers, so we can determine just how widespread this kind of abuse actually is. We need evidence to be collected and corrective mechanisms to be implemented. We must find innovative ways to ensure a coordinated support for survivors and their families, like maybe a confidential global helpline or an email service that reaches someone in the Vaishnavi ministry. Now, by the efforts of our Vaishnavi ministry, and we are deeply indebted to them, we see green shoots are sprouting, and the issue is given a voice. There's more awareness. We should have more dialogues, communications to empower victims of abuse. Let's put this on the ILS 2023 agenda in the plenary so it can be tabled and discussed amongst ISKCON leaders to help find a solution to this very unfortunate dilemma that we face within ISKCON. We must also do more to dispel any misrepresentation of Shastra, sacred texts, that some might use as a license to perpetuate such heinous acts. Know for sure that it's a sin to raise a hand to a Vaishnavi. Training, support, counseling, even help for the abuser. These are all important interventions. In other faith communities have very successfully promoted solidarity, cohesion in their efforts to stamp out abuse. Our temple presidents and congregation leaders are important gatekeepers in this process. Someone in every community must have basic training to detect such abuse at the grassroots level. Srila Prabhupada, as I was saying, had built a safe house for the whole world, and there should be no abuse in Srila Prabhupada's house. So let us support our Vaishnavi ministry in their valuable service to the devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.